Morning guys, Lenny Reed, Dynomite Diesel Products. One of our main products is remanufactured injectors. That being said, all of the parts in these things usually get replaced with genuine OEM type stuff. All of that stuff is something we pride ourselves on. We've got really good success using it. Unfortunately, due to some wild times in world commerce, these little guys are no longer going to be available from the OEM. This is the control valve. There's two orifices on the control valve, top and bottom, Z and A. The Z orifice has a ball that floats in there, and when that armature is at lift, the ball will lift, fluid will start to transfer through that. As fluid under pressure with any sort of contamination and not enough lubrication, what happens is it starts to etch the ball seat, erodes it, and slowly degenerates and destroys this ball seat. Therefore, this control valve is no longer any good. In the aftermarket world, there's a bunch of people that try to reuse these ball seats. They'll try and polish them, they'll try and resurface them. That doesn't work very good, because when you do that, you take the already hardened seat, you machine through that, and then you're into just soft metal. Then it really won't last. It may work for a little bit, but it's not going to last like the 200,000 miles that it did originally. We've always prided ourselves on using these things from the OEM, but when you can't get it, you got to figure something else out. Currently, we have enough to get us through to October, and that's when we've been told that this shortage is going to end. Due to that, we've got a lot of people always sending us parts and saying, try mine, try mine, try mine. And usually they get thrown away. We never had to really need to try it because we have zero warranty. We don't really have a lot of comebacks. I like that, so I never wanted to chance it. Because of this unique situation in the world commerce, we are now testing aftermarket control valves. We've found some that they claim to have a hardened seat, and the only way to actually prove truth to that is bring out this magic product. Boom. ISO 12103-1 A2 Fine Test Dust, or Arizona Space Dust. How this stuff works, for those of you meatheads out there, it's kind of like protein powder, chocolate flavored, but probably doesn't taste like that.
Protein rocks.
Protein.
Protein. Protein.
Protein.
Protein. Protein.
What happens is this stuff, super fine, measured in micron, down to 1 micron. This stuff gets put at 2% ratio into your test bench. Once you mix 2% of this into your test bench, you then cycle and run the injectors with this abrasive fluid or abrasive powder in the test bench, and it slowly speeds up the process of destroying these parts. This is an ISO test, so we have a couple options. What we chose to do is we're going to send out all of these parts that we're going to be testing, and we're going to have these things tested independently by somebody that does this daily, so they can give us real data on how much time it took to degenerate and destroy all the aftermarket parts. If we find really good high quality aftermarket parts that we can calibrate and that last, then we know we've got an alternative just in case in the future we run out of the OEMs. We've still got something to service you with. But I will say we've probably had 50 or more aftermarkets come at us and say, try my control valve. I've tried them in the past, had zero success. I've got people calling me that want us to sell them control valves, but unfortunately all of our control valves are 100% budgeted at this point, so we're not going to be able to sell just control valves to anyone. If you want a control valve, it comes in an injector, and that's just the way it has to be until we know that there's going to be a supply coming at us in the future. With the OEM leaving the United States and heading off to Brazil, Brazil is under a more strict lockdown than we are. So even when they get things set up there, I still question how long it's going to take them to get things fired up and rolling 100%. Because I believe right now at this time, they're still operating at 45% building capacity So if you have a building that's rated at 100 people, they can only have 45 people in there. So it's going to be a tough year. That's just what we're doing here at Dynomite Diesel Products to try and help you, the consumer, stay on the road with good quality stuff. Unfortunately, we're having to release new prices here very soon. Almost everything in the lineup is going to go up like 10%. So bear in mind, it's not my choice, but at the end of the day, our suppliers, the OEMs, have all gone up 5, 10, even 15, 20%. So what we're going to do is just hit it with a blanket 10% across the line. Some of the parts we're going to make a little bit more on. Some of the parts we're still going to be losing on. Unfortunately, that's just how it is right now. Not my choice, not my design, not my desire. But we still want to provide you with top quality products, and it's just economics. We have to do it or we can't give you the best product that we can. So hope you understand. Lenny Reed, Dynomite Diesel Products. Thanks.